So it ends with us. It ends with you, and it ends with me. It ends with us. So what am I talking about? Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, my daughter wanted this book to read. It Ends With Us, it was called. So she got the book, read the book. Oh, I cried, Dad. It was so nice at the end. So sad. You've got to read it. So I thought, no, I don't think so. Now, then a couple of years later, maybe last year, the youngest one's come through. She's about 3-4 years younger. And so she read the book. Oh, Dad, it's so sad. You've got to read it. You know, it's a great book. And I think, I don't want to read that. It sounds I only read non-fiction, autobiographies, often of sportsmen or rock stars. There we go. I don't want to be reading that. Maybe I should open my mind. I know that. Push my comfort zone, read something else. But there we go. So then recently the film came out. It Ends With Us, the film. So I know Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, she was in it. We like Ryan Reynolds because he's involved with Welcome to Wrexham and Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. And, you know, we love Deadpool. Fantastic. It Ends With Us, wasn't quite so sure about. So the daughter says, oh, Dad, can we go and see it in the cinema? And I'm like, I'm trying to think of an excuse or a reason. And it turned out I've kind of just built myself up to take her, and you have to be 18 to go, so she was too young. So eventually we watched it last weekend. And spoiler alert. Basically, it's kind of about domestic abuse. And I kind of didn't really know. She kind of mentioned that was probably why it was an 18. You know, there was nothing really dodgy in the film. Well, not in my mind. Yeah, so basically it was a domestic abuse in there. So it was a shame. There was kind of this love story, and there was a bit of ambiguity in the film. It wasn't quite clear whether it was an accident, whether he'd hit her. Apparently in the book it's much clearer and it goes into a lot more detail. They wanted it to be a little bit more ambiguous. So by the end it became clear. And so the film kind of finishes with her sort of holding, she has a baby, holding the baby, telling him he wants a divorce, and then talking to the baby saying it ends with us, because basically her dad had hit her mum, and she wanted to break the pattern. So that was the whole story, was it ends with us. And you know, daughter was in tears at the end. I thought, oh, it was a bit sad. But for me, it was like, I thought it was sad because, you know, I felt for the guy. I've got 3 kids, and the idea you've been separated from your kids when they're young is terrible. You know, now they disappear and they never want to see me. But no, the idea of being separated is just terrible. And for me, it was really sad that he wasn't able to find a way of managing his sort of anger. Effectively, he wasn't able to manage his chimp. I've talked in a couple of other videos, the whole idea that within us we have this chimp. The chimp's the emotional side that explodes. It sort of, the chimp hijacks us, our emotions take over. And you know, I felt sorry for him. He just wasn't able to manage his chimp. Now I know it's a story and it's not real, but in life that happens. So there are strategies that you can use. I often sort of highlight my in the morning, you know, there used to be this drive when I was taking kids to school, and then I go to work, and there was this bit where the traffic on the roads was always shocking. It was basically you know, 4 lanes and 2 lanes merging. You've got people on the inside trying to get to, you know, people coming in from the right trying to get to the left, people on the left trying to get to the right. You know, it was mayhem. It was like the wacky races at times, trying to change lanes, and I would always lose my temper. And then suddenly I became aware that I've got sort of 2 kids in the back going, one of them's shouting out the window, dickhead, the other one's shouting, knobhead. I thought, oh no, you know, they're just picking up my behaviour. And sometimes I think, you know, it's good to let out that anger rather than sort of, you know, bottle it all up. But really, it's, you know, you don't really want your kids picking up that sort of behaviour. So, I mean, it's not as serious as domestic abuse, but I managed to overcome that by visualising this. You know, I had to practice a few times, visualise this part of the road, knowing that it was always going to be a mess, knowing what it was going to be like, and basically preparing for it and playing this through in my mind so that I would stay calm. I would manage my chimp. So the chimp was prepared for all these nutcases driving badly, because I wasn't. I was obviously like the perfect driver. But everybody else, so, you know, I was able to sort of get the chimp calm. The chimp was prepared. He would see all this, wouldn't get angry, and then we could continue on our way to school without, you know, me shouting at every other driver on the road, and without the kids joining in. There's a little chorus at the back of dickhead and knobhead. The message is, it ends with you, it ends with me, it ends with us. Find a way to manage your chimp. Don't allow the chimp to hijack you, so that, you know, you start practicing behaviour that you don't really want to exhibit, that you'd rather not show. And again, behaviour that doesn't really sit with you, you know. Again, the guy in the film, most of the time, lovely bloke, really nice bloke, ideal boyfriend. But then there's these occasions, and you don't want those small occasions ruining your life. So find a way to manage your chimp. Drop me a line if you want me to help you to manage your chimp. And make it end with you. End with us. Have a great day. Take care.